I think the biggest fear for someone who has lost a loved one, I'm a widow. I've also lost my mother. And years ago, when I was a child, I lost a sibling. So I've experienced and I've lost a lot of animals in my life. I've experienced all kinds of levels of grief. And I do believe in my experience, they're all different. And I needed different things for the different type of grief that I was experiencing. But I do believe that it's universal for what I've been feeling lately would be extremely helpful for someone that is grieving. And in my opinion, it wouldn't cost you anything but your time. Time is valuable. I'm not saying it's not valuable, but literally that's all it will cost you. And I'm basing it on an experience that I had. I think when we lose someone, one of our very biggest fears is people are not going to ever get to know who they were as a person because now they're gone and they don't ever get to share themselves. So people that are grieving loved ones who have passed away are memory keepers for that person, and we try to keep that person alive, not just for ourselves, but because we know that that person was so special and so important, and it's so sad that people don't get to experience them anymore. And I think one of the things that we worry about is that everybody's forgetting them. Everybody goes on with their routines and their life, and that's perfectly normal, and it's absolutely right. You have to live your life. Unfortunately, life does not stop because somebody else's life did. But something that would be so easy to do, and maybe it helps you as well as the griever. When you think about that person and you miss them too, or you had something really great or really sad, or man, I could really use their advice right now, happen to you, and then you realize they're gone. I can't text them, I can't call them, I can't say hello anymore. The griever is also, and when I say the word griever, because it's not that you're not grieving either, it's the person that was immediately close to, and I am talking from my experience, so I'm talking about my husband. Being the widow of my husband, I miss him all the time. There isn't a thought in the day where he's not in it. There's not a time I look up at the clouds and hope that somehow there's a message and the cloud is him telling me something. I don't look at clouds the same anymore. I basically, when you have those moments of realizing that that person is gone and you just wish you could reach out to that person, reach out to the person that was immediately in their lives all the time. It wasn't just a get together or a holiday dinner. It was the person that lived with that person, and that person was immediately affected and, was involved in the person dying. And I'm fumbling this. I'm not a great person with words, but text them. Send them an email. Send them a message on Instagram, on Facebook, on whatever social media you use. Send that person the message I was thinking about them today, and man, I really miss them. It means the world to that person because it makes them feel better knowing that person's not being forgotten, that did affect their life too. Maybe it's a selfish point of view. And the experience that I had that woke me up to it is my husband's sister just finished nursing school, and she graduated and she got her nursing certificate, and she's extremely proud of herself, and my husband would have been so proud of her. And so anyway, I try not to bother people because I don't want to be a burden to people. And maybe that's something I should work on. Maybe I should put myself more out there. But she messaged me on Instagram and she's like, you know, I don't want to bring up anything or make you feel bad, or, you know, like I'll automatically start missing him again if you're having a good day, but I wanted to let you know. And then she shared this experience that she had when taking her graduation pictures. And she just felt like it was a sign that my husband was like, good job, awesome, and showed a sign that he still is with us. And she shared it with me. And she shared it with me hoping it wasn't going to make me dwell on the fact that he's gone. I'm messing up the words again. But anyway, and it was the greatest feeling. And I was so happy that she shared it with me. And it just meant the world that, you know, other people miss him too. And I know that this probably sounds weird and maybe it's not a great point of view or a great mindset to have, but it just made me feel less lonely in the loneliness of not having my husband anymore. So you don't have to do anything big for people that are grieving, but maybe just let them know I miss them too, and share a story that you had with that person, and share something like, I literally just learned that my husband did something the other day from a friend, and I laughed so hard because I didn't know my husband had done that, and it was so wonderful to now have that also shared to me, and I would have never known if the person would have never shared it. So and there's no set time of when to do that. And I think the further along a person is gone, the more important it is to reach out and share those stories and share the, I'm thinking of them and I really miss them today. Just wanted to let you know that, because people feel like there's like this timeline, and most people think it's a year. They're like, oh, it's been a year, you can stop grieving now. It gets worse. It doesn't get better. It gets better as far as functionality. You function better because all the old routines that you wanted to fall back into because that was what you were supposed to do, you know, start dinner at 4 so it's ready at 5, have family dinner, wash dishes, relax and watch TV with each other and then go to bed. Those things are gone. Those things will never be the same again. But you start to function in your new way of life, you know. Instead of cooking dinner, you just open up a can of beans and warm them up on the stove, and who needs a bowl? Just eat it out of the frying pan. So you function more as time goes on. But the grieving, for me, I know will never stop, and the missing them will never stop, and the thinking about them will never stop. And the longer time goes on, and the more people stop checking in, and the more people stop talking about them, I feel like it actually makes the grieving process less, or it makes it more, because it feels like less people remember the person that passed away. And I know it's not true. So just reach out. When you go to text them, or when you get that moment of, I can't call them anymore. Maybe call the person that lived with them, the daughter, the son of the mother or the father, or the wife or the husband of the spouse they lost, the best friend, whatever it may be. Just take a second. Just reach out. Send a message. And even if they don't have the strength to respond, or if they do respond and it's a simple message, in my experience, it was worth more than any amount of money somebody could have given me. Just your thoughts that you also remember that person. So that is all I have for now. I said this with extremely good intentions, but probably really bad words. So please forgive me on that. And I'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye for now.